In previous chapters, you saw how, while we were changing the front door of the villa, we started a parallel project, the front terrace. After giving up on the step with some huge rocks impossible to break, I started with the flower bed. Days later, I brought a super hammer drill, and finally, I was able to break those big stones that separated me from the much desired step.
It was really difficult to break that rock, kid.
Today, we are going to continue with this area to make it incredible. An abandoned house is the big. We inaugurate the breakfast season on the terrace, our makeshift table, well, for a coffee. Is it enough? I was going to bring the blue one. The green one. Your eyes like blue color. The blue color, not the green. Blue moms, is this green or blue? Green or blue? This week, a lot of things are coming to us. I'm already looking forward to it, and surely many will arrive today. So we can make a lot of progress this week, and in fact, I think we're going to be able to move forward. Very cool things. And it's a bit surreal, but my finger hurts, and it's because after having used all kinds of tools for the renovation, I go and hurt myself. A hole in my finger with the peeler, it's a bit surreal. The truth is it took a chunk out of my finger. Literally. It's just that the peeler I have is a bit dangerous. It's not very reliable, is it? Well, and what are we going to do today? As you know, we were busy with this part over here. I had to leave it halfway because the steps started to get complicated. I was starting to get nervous. I'll wait for a stronger hammer drill to finish the job, which is what we ended up doing. Ivan and I were yesterday with a giant one that we just removed, so all that was left for us, so we still need with a slightly smaller one that we have. Finish the flower bed, which is the very first thing we are going to do today, and a little thing just arrived this morning, and they are all the materials from Sika. To start with the walls, which, as you know, we want to make a mix between smooth wall and tile. So first of all, we're going to start with the flower bed, then we smooth the wall, and then we go for the... While I'm chipping away, my mother is going to prepare the mix to plaster the wall. Well, from this area, from here, that's it. And I have to match it with this. Of course, you have to learn from the master. The highest part of this section that is already created is already with the added height, so it would have to be this height. Because this is solid, we already did the wall cleaning a few weeks ago, and this part is solid. First thing, the cleaning. We are going to brush it to remove the dust or dirt that is on the wall. The Sika mortar we are using is this one. From here, the Predurex, this mineral lime mortar, waterproof and high performance, is for plastering and rendering. For placement, the support must have a resistant, clean and stable surface, porous and rough. Well, now we do have the entire flower bed finished. Now I am going to help my mother with the mortar. That's coming. The sunshade is well deserved, isn't it? My father in the sun, he wants to be alone. Even though we're going to place the wood ceramic on top later, we're going to plaster the entire wall to level it, because there are many ups and downs. And in the end, once it's leveled, it will be easier to place the ceramic later. Wow, it's so hot. You might be saying, my goodness, they're such complainers. If it's cold or hot, it's because it is. Last week it was raining and spectacularly cold. Did you see my grandmother who was covered up to here? And it's as if there was no spring. From absolute cold, it has gone to absolute heat. The truth is that it becomes more complicated to work like this with so much heat. Look at this. How is it looking now? The ideal would be to take a trowel, which can be wooden or metallic, and make circular movements to make it smooth. Since I don't have a trowel, what I'm going to use is one of these sponges, which are strong, hard. This one, truth be told, works very well. We wet it and wring it out well. And we start making these circular effects, which we do to finish perfecting it. Look, what a difference when you pass the sponge over it, it looks like something else. In a jiffy, we fix everything that sticks out, we make it much smoother, we perfect it a bit, and now we wet it again. And above all, it has to be well drained. Notice the difference. It's amazing from that little piece to this one here. What? What do you think? How does it look? Cool? We can add the cool ones tomorrow, right? Yes, the tiles, yes, stop and continue when there is a little less sun, because I'm getting roasted. The food is ready now, so we're going to eat. That's perfect for me. By the way, we've done an improvisation here. Some bags that act as a door with a weight, and that door, well, we've covered it. Because my father is starting with the electrical issue of the bedrooms. As he is making a lot of dust and many things, he should be careful not to stain the part that is already getting clean. And where we are eating and we are already making a bit of life. Well, to not dirty it and leave it messy, well, caution. How beautiful the little door, the railing, the little plant, the arch looks from here. I love it. And that's it. We can cook down here. I'm so hungry, man. Honestly, a proper kitchen was really missed. It was a bit difficult. What remains is to finish adjusting small details such as relocating the microwave into a drawer and other minor things that need to be perfected. And by the way, how well does this pantry cabinet work? It fits a lot of things, and for a week or even 2-3 it works super well. And the good thing is that we can now eat outside with the shade and with the views of the little mountain and in full sunshine, which is appreciated. Well, we have this completely finished. It turned out very, very well. And, as you can see, this side here is missing, also this one here, and on the other side where my mother is, well over there, by the stairs. What happens is that for today we are going to leave it here. But look at the huge difference between the before and after of this wall. The truth is that things like this, smooth, even if it's without paint, just smooth, changes a lot. And when it's ready, all the little plants and everything else, wow, incredible. We will finish perfecting all of this when we put the ceramic on the wall. Because if the ceramic goes here and the white part goes here, then I will make a small filling of the white part so that it levels with the wood ceramic. This first layer that we have made is simply for leveling. To level especially that part over there with this one here because there was quite a slope, so we needed to unify it. Well, more than 24 hours have passed and this is completely dry. We are now going to place the tiles, which are wood effect. As you know, we have to take the measurements very well. And according to my calculations, if we measure from top to bottom, here would fall 1, 2, 3, and 4. Up to here, it doesn't reach the floor. It's okay because I want to place some little stones here. Well, not little stones, but pebbles, which will be about a span, even more in height. So there won't be any problem. If you look here, we have a drain from the upstairs terrace. We're going to have to make a small opening in the tile with the grinder. Okay, so let's prepare the mortar and start the placement. The adhesive we're going to use to place the tiles is Ceram 252. Starflex is a high-performance, deformable adhesive, ideal for use on facades and radiant floors. We've placed the mortar too quickly. We should have placed this piece first, which will hold all the tiles. We've tried to hold it with some tochanas, but no. We have to place the wood, yes or yes? Well, wood or iron. Well then, the first throw has been incredible and now nothing to continue. For the others, this will look spectacular when it's now. This here stands out a lot, but well, later on, little by little, it has shown us the pieces that we are placing, which are these here, which is actually this. Truthfully, we had never tried it, but my mother and I went to a course and they taught us. And I think they're a great idea because look, we put it in like this, flat, bam, we turn it over and screw it in. This here to apply pressure so that they stay like this. You see, these are well pressed. It's a great idea because once they have dried, imagine, now they are dry. Well, I'm unscrewing. I'd place this back if we want to reuse tiles for placing. And let's continue. I bought all these plus the ones that are put and the replacements. And I think it has been 12 euros. Me? Wow, what a day. Today's not a good day. Cheeky, who's here? No, come over here, come over here. Fluff, I have sweet ham. I'll use it to bribe you.
She lay in the small back room and I entered to search for
Paint. She ran away and I got scared. Of course, I didn't expect it there.
She has already become the owner of
The house co-owner? Well, today we are going to continue placing tiles. We still have work to do, but they look very different. Now we will continue on this side. As I told you yesterday, you just have to turn it halfway, twist this little tab here. And it comes out and can be reused.
you.
Me, you do that something to my heart. I give up. Feel messed up. I'm like a spinning top. You do that something to me. You do that something to my heart. Music.
Okay, so we would only need this one here, which needs to be cut to size, and when the last one dries, remove the wood and place the last little piece, which will be nothing, a small piece just like here. I have to cut it to size because it makes a step. It fits right on the step, so I have to cut it to size. We have already placed that one, and once they are all in place, we will proceed to apply the layer between each plate. By the way, from here, the visual effect seems that this white area here is larger than the others, but in reality, they are the same size. From this perspective, it does appear bigger, to be honest. My mom just asked me if this piece looks larger.
Now I'm out there for a drive.
Well, the last one is also in place. Now we give the tiles a little cleaning. This one here got stuck. I'm going to have to break this piece, this one, and then we would have this here.
Round every corner where the party's at, I'm on it. But I keep waiting around for you to show up too.
Actually, I was here making formwork and I say, wow, it would look very cool as I have leftover tiles of this wood effect. It would look very nice if this step and this one here were made of wood actually. I think I would have enough with what I have. I just placed this wood. Because now when I put the mortar on top, it won't come this way. So we can make it as flat as possible. And then if I wanted to, I could follow the line of the tiles down and make the step. And I think it would look very nice. Now, when we make mortar to do this part here, we can use that mortar to put it down below. We have another thing finished, also the little step. Well, we've already eaten and we're going to continue with the front part that's being done. That's spectacular. We found it. How cool it will be when it's already placed in between the wood.
I've been riding since yesterday.
With the cap and the fanny pack, you look like a street vendor, you know?
I have my phone here and want to play music, but not yet.
There hasn't been time. It's like the typical fanny pack for giving change, you know? Subscribe to the channel, it's on the way.